Hello, fellow humans. My name is Ed,
And my name is Ben, and this is Fully Gay Radio.
the podcast that helps you feel more at homo. We're here to communicate, titillate, and educate,
Because community doesn't happen.
unless you make it. Okay, so Ben, welcome back. You've been on holiday away in the Americas, yes?
Yes, I have. I have been away traveling what I call the Mexico,
Mexico.
and had an absolute ball.
Okay.
It was so much fun. I am 90% sure I have eaten my body weight in tacos.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Like it was an impressive amount of taco. And I also learnt that salsa over there is hot.
Oh, good.
Than the salsa that we
Different
have here.
colours?
Well, okay. So I thought the red one would be safe. The red one was not safe. So I'm like, okay, I'll try the green one, thinking surely green in my head is a cooler
green
color than red.
leaves.
Therefore,
Yep.
less heat.
Nope.
Yeah. No, green was worse. Green was substantially worse. But that's okay. I just learnt to just not add it
Anything.
to the taco.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was great. So I loved
The
it.
perfect trip. Okay. So today we're
It
making
was.
community happen by talking about travel and adventure through our usual banter back and forth, silly, happy-go-lucky ways and means, and our very gay lens, of course. Yeah. You excited about this one, Ben?
Love it. I love travel and adventure. I was bitten by the travel bug probably when I was about 21 years old-ish. And then I did what every good Aussie does and did the live in London for 2 years and worked overseas and saw Europe and did all that jazz. And then since that point, I've gone to quite a few places all over the world when I get
awesome.
the chance.
Good. We'll have a lot to talk about then.
What about you? Are you a traveler?
So
Ed?
I did what I would say is the above average amount of travel in my 20s, early 20s as well. As you say, the good Aussie thing to do. Maybe that's a topic
Nice.
we should bring up. I did 2 years in Japan as a 14 turning 15-year-old and a 20 turning 21-year-old. So that was a long time in a very different culture.
Nice.
Lots to talk about there.
Oh, so like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Yep.
Japanese X, so a bit to talk about there as well. And then I've done a bit of Southeast Asia. I did a 3-4 month Euro trip, sort of backpacking / willing working on organic farms, like volunteering, work away in exchange for host families and room and board. So I've had a few adventures. Yeah.
Nice. So you were
I was
a
a woofer.
woofer.
Yeah. Most
You
people
were a
don't know that
woofer.
word, right? Isn't that an unusual word? Willing worker on organic farm or worldwide opportunities on
Well,
farms?
Willing workers. I came from a small rural town.
You guys had
north of
woofers.
Brizzy, so I lived there for many. Yeah, so we had
Ah.
woofers. So we had quite the international contingency and many hostels, and there were many loud parties near me where I lived because I was quite near
Sweet.
a few of
Okay,
them.
Ben, I don't know why, but it's either today or the topic. I think I'm just going to keep asking sex questions.
Okay, I mean,
Did you have
look,
sex with woofers in Australia?
Edward?
Or did you want to? Were they sexy? Were they-
Look, I'm going to be incredibly disappointing. I'm so vanilla and so boring.
know you,
Edward,
Ben.
you know this. Like again,
Did you want to?
again,
Was the
mild
fantasy hot?
salsa.
Was the fantasy
mild
hot?
salsa was too hot. Oh, the fantasy. The
Yeah.
fantasy was there.
Yeah.
Like 110%.
Young,
The fantasy would have
hardworking,
not been
sweady
there.
travelers, from exotic countries, needing places to sleep. Yeah,
Calm
I don't
down,
know what
calm
it is.
down,
I'm
Ed.
feeling
Calm down, Ed.
horny, guys.
It's when it's. No, I can't tell.
Episode
This
16.
is-
Travel and Ed's horny.
Guys, 16 episodes. Yeah, that's it. Well, we just probably should change the title of
Maybe
it.
I'll chill out. We'll see.
So, but no, it's I love that. I love that for you. So look, you can share, and I will probably gasp appropriately, and I will share my salaciously vanilla ice cream stories that don't even have sprinkles or chocolate syrup.
I
on top.
can drag it
So
out of you, Ben.
I'm down for
I
this.
can find the source. I just think that I can.
You can find
Because I know deep down, buried inside of you is a very horny little goblin, and he
Goblin, love
And
that. Yep.
he
Gonna change that on my
Sex
profile.
goblin.
See how that
Yeah.
goes. Hi guys,
Well-known sex
I'm
goblin.
a goblin. Oh please, no, I can't see now that you've said goblin. There's just the little part of my brain just wants to finish it off with D's nuts, but that would be low. That is lowbrow humor that I would never go near, and I would never do such a thing. Oh, we are not. I'm going to drag this back out of the gutter.
Don't. I don't know. I feel very playful today.
Please don't.
All right. Let's do it.
I love that.
So let's dive into the main topic straight away. Oh, no, let's
Why not?
I'm going to insert a quick ad. Hello, everybody. My name's Edward Wilson. Fully Gay Radio is brought to you by me and Ben, who is a beautiful volunteer doing his best to bring magic to your ears. We hope you enjoy it. The number one objective is fun. If you do enjoy the way in which we discuss humanity, ourselves, personal development, I do run a coaching community called Fully Gay. You're welcome to come and join it. There is a free forever path. There is a paid group work and coaching path, which Ben has been a part of. If you enjoy the way we talk and you want to go from feeling dissatisfied, frustrated, or feeling lost to confident, connective, and clear, it may be that we have some hard-won and time-honored wisdom and methods and tools and techniques that you may apply yourself to achieve the same things. Thank you very much for listening. Let's do travel and adventure.
Let's do it.
Ben, have you ever left home to find yourself or escape yourself?
Oh, ooh, okay. I really like this because when I first left university, I left home and I went north, young man. I went north. I left Brizzy and I went up to
Northern Queensland.
Bundaberg, and I got my first. Well, I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's northern Queensland. It's like it's mid. It's heading towards the central-ish coast. So, but it was a smallish, ruralish town. I got my first job there, and it was in part to escape Brisbane and the expectation of not feeling like I could be who I was in Brizzy, not knowing how family would accept a gay Ben. And I thought, you know what, I'll go there. It is a fresh start. It is a clean slate. It is an ability to just explore me, which was pretty cool.
So the answer is yes.
And yeah, the answer is yes. But then I did also then leave Bundaberg and I went and lived in London. And when I was over in London, it was the first time I was able to be Ben himself, truly himself, which was really, really interesting because I did do a lot of finding of Ben at that point. There's, again, obviously a little bit of escaping, like, you know, because I was in a small rural town, so I really couldn't be out.
You chose not to be. I think you could have been.
Well, yeah and no. I did have a manager at my job tell me to tone down the gay for my own quote unquote protection. So that was an interesting conversation. So that was interesting. So I went, and in the job that I went to in London, there were more gays than straights in the workplace. We outnumbered them, Ed, and it was amazing. It was so cool. You could be yourself and it didn't matter.
Did you vote to repress them?
And of course, every single chance we got. Like, sorry, go and sit at your own table.
Sit in the straight section, please. Get the fuck out.
God, why?
Have you touched women lately? Yuck! Get away from me.
Absolutely. Gross. Oh wait, no, you're a lesbian.
Yeah,
that's okay. You may join. So yeah, you may come in. No, so it was. Look, I really enjoyed that. That was really cool, and like, you know, they took me to my very first Pride, and I, you know, got to experience that with them, and it was very, very cool, and I got to, you know, escape, but also find myself. And the visa ran out, and I had to come back to Bundaberg. And I remember reading a Terry Pratchett book. So frequent listeners will know that I'm a massive nerd. and I'm a sci-fi person. Terry Pratchett is one of my all-time favorite authors, and like so much so that I have a tattoo of, you know, one of the lines from his book on me. And it absolutely, some of his stuff really truly resonates with me. And there's this one line from one of his books, and it's, "Why do you go away? It's so that you can come back, so that you can see the place you came from with new eyes and extra colors, and the people there see you differently too. Coming back to where you started is not the same as never
100%.
leaving." And I remember when my visa was running out and I felt like, you know, I had all these grand plans of finding my husband and being sponsored and living in the UK and having my best bangers and mash life for the rest of my time. And it didn't happen. And I remember reading that line, those lines there, and I went, oh my God, it just hit me so hard that, like, even though I was going back to Australia and going back to Bundaberg and going back to my job, it wasn't the same as if I'd never left, because I wasn't the same. Because I was a totally different version of Ben from when I left to when I came back. And I even had friends who commented on that when I came back to Australia, you know, that I'd found something in me like while I was traveling. And so I will always tell anyone, if you get the opportunity to travel, be it as part of a group or a duo or even solo, because I've done quite a bit of travel on my own, it is one of the most amazing and transformative things that you can totally do.
Nice. Yeah, I totally agree with you that
So yeah,
some people like leave and then come back and they're like, oh no, I didn't achieve all my goals or my dreams. You've probably achieved and done a lot more than you thought. It just wasn't on your radar and you didn't understand the effect it was going to have upon you. And leaving and people at home not seeing you is also a thing. Yeah, that quote's wonderful.
Yep. I love it. It's, yeah, one of my
breaking
favorites.
Things down a little bit. So you initially went to Bundaberg from Brisbane to escape Brisbane. What were you running away from?
Yes. Yeah. Look, honestly, myself, I was in complete denial. I was like, you know, I grew up very Catholic and there was a lot of internalized rejection, probably internalized shame there. And I was, you know, still very much involved in church and church groups and things like that. And I just needed some time and some space away from pressure and expectation. And it was, the easiest way to do it was to move 500 kilometers away from all the pressure and expectation.
Yep.
And just have to rely and look after yourself and just do what you need to do.
Yeah. Did you feel that you got away, or did you arrive there and did the pressure and the problems live inside of you, or did you get away? Like, did it work?
Ooh, look, I honestly think it worked to some degree. Like it worked. Like there was obviously a lot of it was internalized, and there was a lot that no matter where I was going to be, the problems and the issues were in Ben and inside Ben's head. And you know, there's no amount of kilometers that's going to, you know, change that until you do the work. But I think it gave me the space and the confidence, because I was very lucky in the position that I was able to buy a house while I was up there. I bought a little unit, and it meant, like, I remember the immense relief and freedom feeling, I can't be kicked out of here. So if I tell family that I like penis and it doth be
So
delicious. And they go, oh, gross, it's horrible, we disown you, meh, go away. I'll be like, oh, well, I don't live under your house and it's okay. So I don't live under your roof. I have my own place and space that cannot be taken from me. I have my own job. I am independent. And so it just, having that safety net was part of it. And if I'd stayed in Brisbane, I don't think I would have had that nor the confidence to
Wow.
explore
Yeah,
them,
absolutely.
if that
Yeah,
makes
fuck
sense.
yeah. Great explanation. You achieved on your own 2 feet by your own, strength of self, a safety net and self-reliance and self-trust and the ability and capacity to be independent. And that allowed you to feel comfortable and bold in being the Ben that you wanted to be. So that's the time at which you did come out to family?
Yeah. Oh no, Edward. That's another story again. That only happened 8 years ago.
But you went to Bundy and you
Not
started,
even.
what? Did you start like jerking off happily
I owned it
in the
to
security of your home?
I owned it with people in Bundy, so work colleagues that I was comfortable with, friends that I made up there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you got to be out.
The running joke was, I work in disability services and I specialize in deaf and deafblind, and even they can tell when I walk into the room that I'm gay. Like I've had more than one client be like, "So Ben's gay," and they're like, "How do you know?" They're like, "It's how he walks." Or, the blind clients I work with, "Have you heard his voice?" Like I can't hide it well. So that was the running joke, but I got to be out and I got to say it to
on your
people,
terms,
which was pretty cool.
That's very different.
Yeah, on my
nice.
terms. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, those kinds of adventures are really big, I think, for learning self-trust, self-reliance, self-confidence, knowing that you've got something deeper, knowing that if everything goes wrong, you've got yourself who's powerful and capable. Yeah, nice. And also diving into the unknown, trying strange new things, trusting others. These are all experiences that reflect back to us a sense of I am okay and I can do things in this world and I'm okay. Which I think is a big deal for someone compared to someone who hasn't had those experiences, has been more sheltered or has only ever stayed on the safe and narrow path. Cool.
Exactly.
Ask me.
Well, Ed, what about you? Have you ever left home to find or escape yourself or anything like that? Or been in situations where you've had to, be self-reliant and, the strange and new things and finding yourself trusting others and people that you've just met?
Yes. Yes. A huge part of the reason I went to Japan when I was 14, 15. Yep. A huge part of the reason was that I was feeling gay inside and I didn't want to face it at home. And I thought if I get a whole year overseas, that'll give me something entirely different to focus on. And probably because like you, right? Because it's not my close family, the stakes are lower. And so if anything gay does happen, at least it'll be over there. It won't be over here. So that was kind of a lot. That year, I was only 14 turning 15, so I probably can't even give you a good account of the amount of growth and changing I did. But my mum has been known to say I was a whole new child. I was still me, but very radically different, which makes sense. It was a huge, huge deal.
Oh, it would be. And, it's a very different culture as well. So it would have been, you would have finding out stuff about yourself, but then also finding how to live differently as well and different expectations as well. So that would be quite an opportunity for growth and change.
My reverse culture shock was much harder than my initial culture shock because I did so much preparing and I was so excited. Like I absolutely was a Japanophile and I was so excited about everything that I felt very prepared for a lot of it. And it was still enormous, but coming back, I was like, why don't people fucking be polite? Why don't we line up properly? Why don't we do things diligently? Why don't we pay attention and put effort to things? Like I was like, fucking, are we retarded? Sorry, not PC word. I was like, the reverse culture shock was a lot. It was a lot. I remember that being quite difficult, actually. And it's absolutely changed my life. Like sometimes my partner, Alex, will call me out. He's like, you're being too Japanese about that. I was like, still, 20 years later. Absolutely.
Wow.
There's things about like group consensus and group harmony that I think still influence me. There's lots of influences. Who I became was transformed by that experience. Yeah, I regret nothing. It was like the hardest and also best year of my life, I suppose. That's what I refer to it as.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, I think everybody should go do something like that.
love that. So, as a traveler now, though, like you sound like you obviously prepared immensely for that. Are you the traveler that prepares for everything now, or are you just wing it and we'll figure it out on the way kind of guy?
The second one, because I developed so much self trust and
Yeah.
self confidence around travel, and that I basically just wing my travel. And when I was doing Europe, I just wasn't afraid.
Wow.
I was like, they have trains, they have buses, they do stuff. I don't speak their language, but most of them speak bad English. And last time I went,
Yeah.
now with AI and the apps that are available for translation now are stunningly good.
Yeah.
They were not, but they were
So
okay back
good.
then. So yeah, no, I winged everything. And as I
Yeah.
was like flying into a new place, I just jumped on Wikipedia, learned stuff, and just did the basic research. And then I looked forward to hanging out with people in hostels and just exploring wherever I could get a host family, which was Germany one time. I tried to learn a lot more and learn some words. But otherwise, my experience in
Nice.
Japan had taught me like you're never actually going to fit in. So you can try a little bit and you can learn some stuff. And with Japan, I did that hardcore and still didn't fit in. And it was very hard to learn that lesson. um, but yeah, with Europe and those travels, it was much easier, less friction, because I was like, cool, I am different. I don't fit in. I can barely speak any of these languages at all. And I'm not even going to pretend or try.
Yeah.
Well, I did try a tiny bit, but I don't think they were expecting it. There's an understanding that, English speakers can't learn every other language, but everyone else can learn English to some extent. Yeah. So yeah, no, absolute wing it. If somewhere felt a bit more unpredictable or unsafe, I would prepare a lot more. But Europe did not feel unpredictable or unsafe. Yeah, I even went as far as like Hungary and stuff. And it's only in hindsight that I realize Hungary's not actually that established, or like it's not as safe and consistent as I perhaps thought it was going in. But it's not that bad either.
Yeah.
And it's not like they were having their anti-gay stuff while I was there. They've gone a lot more right wing and a bit crazy since I traveled there. But yeah, oh man, that's one more sexy experience to add to my list. We've got to in the show notes. Yeah, there's my answer. Thank you.
Brilliant. I love that. Well, as you said, all right, Ed, make sure you have a cold shower ready.
No way. Let's get horny.
Ed, have you got Ed, have you got some what I like to call the sexy overseas stories that you'd like to share?
Yeah, let's talk about it. I think when you travel, the freedom and the opportunity feels so much larger. Do you agree? Not that it's getting sex or finding sex is necessarily going to be easy, but like doesn't your inner goblin think about it more?
Oh, yeah, there's that element of like, new and fun, and you're outside of your regular place and space. So there's less judgment and hang-ups. And look, sometimes on those apps, when you find yourself in those different places, you are the fresh meat and the new and desirable. And they have different metrics and standards of what they potentially find attractive, and you might meet those in some places.
It's like a sexual adventure, because the people are different and you're going to see it from that angle. And I just, there's all this stigma about like sex tourism, but I think that's more about like taking advantage of people or sex trafficking or like, buying people.
Yeah.
But one of the advantages of being gay males is like, no, some of us just really like casual sex, so like you can get it and everyone can enjoy it and no one's paying anyone.
Well, it's essentially part of our culture, really. It's a thing that's quite well, I don't know. Whoa, I know.
Don't let me shut you down. Tell me more.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's more within our community, it's more acceptable. Like it's like if you were to say to a group of gay males that, we went overseas and, got on it, and it was amazing. And I had 18 in one night. Everyone would be like, "Whoa, that's kind of cool." Whereas in some social circles, that'd be slightly what I call frowned upon. So I mean, I could be wrong. There could be
I know what you're saying.
some circles in our community where they would be like, "Ew, no." And then my little goblin brain would be like, "Huh, confusion, but okay, I'll run with this."
I definitely think.
But yeah, that's just my little goblin brain.
Yeah, I think amongst men who have sex with men, sex and casual sex is far less problemated generally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a
I love
word.
the word problemated. I am adding that.
Would
to
you
what I
describe
call
yourself
my
as
vocabulary.
problemated?
Probably. That's why I probably came and saw you.
You still
So that was an element of being
elements
problemated.
of problemation. That's our new podcast.
Those elements are. Oh, I like
Elements
that.
of
Problemation.
Yeah. Where were we? Having sex overseas. You were asking me about stories.
Yeah, if you have any that you particularly would like to share.
Okay, a couple of quick stories.
Because Lord knows mine are very, very vanilla. So yeah,
Ben,
we can heat things up and then I'll cool it down.
Quick pep talk. Okay, you ready? You're an interesting dude.
Yeah.
Your vanilla version
Yeah,
of events and experiences is interesting.
I love this. I didn't say it wasn't. I was just tempering it so that I'm the glass of milk to the salsa that you're about to provide. So I'm all good. I know where I am.
The milk?
It's good. I own it. Oh, of course, I always do. I'm lactose intolerant. I have to respect the milk. I ship myself if I don't respect the milk.
Okay. Sorry. I just thought I was picking up a bit of preemptive self-minimization, I guess. Yeah, please don't do that. You might not have as many stories as me. I got a couple that I just wanted to share because I thought it would be fun for the audience and just to discuss. And I really do want you to ask me questions about it and pick it apart. And the reason is to explore it. And it's the gayest part of the travel topic, is the gay sex. Surprise, surprise. So I thought it'd be useful as well as me sharing stories that I think are fun. Okay.
Oh, I love that.
I think I've got 3 for now. One that's very memorable was I was touring around Germany and Austria. I think I was in Germany at a smallish town, and they had a gay bar. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll go check it out. And there was 6 people, 8 people on some Tuesday night. And they're like, hey, welcome. I was like, hey, I'm Ed from Australia. And I was like, oh, cool. And this guy was chatty and friendly with me, and he just immediately bought me a beer. I was like, oh, okay, great. I don't have a lot of money and I might not be staying for long. I was 23, 24 and a bit shy and nervous and unsure.
Nice.
He's like, no problem. Yay. And you know how you can't tell when someone buys you a drink if they're hitting on you or expecting something back potentially. So I got a little bit of those vibes, but not too bad.
Yeah. Are you accepting an unknown social contract?
And you don't want to get too drunk when you're by yourself and you're 23, 4 and you've wandered into a gay bar. You just don't know. So I had some wits about me, but no risk, no reward. There's no way to play life completely safe. So anyway, get chatting to this dude, and it's a quaint, lovely local gay bar. Nothing too different or special, but I was explaining how just on a Tuesday night, the ability to drop in on 6 to 8 queers in a bar and drink is fantastic. Coming from Perth, there's one gay club that is heaving on a Friday, Saturday, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is it.
Yeah, you're also from Brisbane, so basically the same experience. Yeah. So I was saying how fucking great that is and how I'm enjoying Europe and this, that, and the other. And he's like, that's so great. And then we chatted. He's like, did you know that I'm the mayor? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm the mayor. And I was like, what? You're 25. He's like, I am 25. And I was like, what? And he's like, here, look at my ID. And I was like, okay, cool. And I asked someone else, they're like, is this the mayor? He's like, no, speak English. And I was like, oh, fuck. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he was the mayor. And at this point, I had 3 beers, and he just sort of looks at me seriously. Eventually, we've been chatting for a while. He's like, Ed, would you like to come around? Oh, I don't know if I should do accents or not. I'm probably going to.
I would avoid accents. Let's
if
just
Alex
say
was
what
here,
he said.
He could do it. I'm not going to do it. Ed, would you like to go around the corner with me? I really would love to suck your dick, and would you like that? And this is just this classic, like,
oh my lord, that is very
exactly.
very
It's so
open.
German. Like, I encountered this a few times. They're just like, this. Sorry, I can't help it. This is what I want. No, fuck. Okay, I'm not doing it. This is what I want. Do you want it too? And I was like, oh, yes. And he's like, great, come with me. And it was cute, actually. We just literally walked around the corner. He like held my hand. It was nice. It was a warm night, and it was a slightly dark alley. And yeah, he delivered.
And the warm night got slightly hotter.
Great. He was good at that. Great memory. And I was just like smiling and grinning stupidly, just thinking like, fuck, life's brilliant. Like, this was easy. So then we had like one more beer and then we split and never saw him again. It was just really cool. It was just a really cute memory of everything going nicely. No one got raped. And yeah, it was wonderful. So there's that.
You didn't wake up in a bathtub with a scar and only one kidney. It's great. Everything's wonderful.
It turns out Americans are the ones that are paranoid and create those movies and then become even more paranoid. Europe's actually just a nice place.
Wow.
Maybe I got lucky, but I'm pretty sure 99 times out of 100 you get a nice blowjob instead of losing a kidney. Probably 999 times.
Dear listeners. You don't know this, but like, so Ed and I do this without having cameras on, so we can't see each other's faces. So I currently have the shirt over the nose and mouth, and I'm just in absolute like shock and awe. Like, wow.
Oh, you thought it would go badly?
No, this is
as in I was so bold that to make it happen or for it.
Yes. Oh my lord.
Ben,
holy crap!
Men have mouths, and they like to put them around your pee-pee if you let them.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Holy
my
goodness. Well, adding that to the profile as well.
Okay, so that was the local mayor.
Sorry. So he just like, after the second beer, he dropped that in. He didn't lead with it. It wasn't like, "Hey."
No, I think he was about 6 deep. It was a
slow burn reveal.
Yeah, it went from we're being chummy to like, I would really like to suck your dick. Would you like that? And I was like, well, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but see,
that's cool.
I know, right?
That's
but
hilarious.
Like, this is what I tell people in brown bear coaching nowadays. You know the whole Zug and Grug caveman analogy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that? So there's Zug and he's like, hey, I really like your sweaty arms today, Grug. What are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just pulling weeds. And it's like, oh my God, you're making my pee-pee hard. Like, do you want to maybe do sexy things? And Grug can go, oh, yes, please. That'd be nice. And he can go, no, like, what? I'm confused. Me like Jennifer. Me not like you. Me jerk off this morning, me no want to, you smell, no thank you, I do like men but I don't like you, and the whole point of the exercise is which one of these reactions is not okay, and the answer is they're all okay. So I mean, technically this is sort of the point of the exercise, but Grug could go, me believe in Sky Fairy, me want kill homosexual. Technically, that is also okay in the sense that reality is permissible. But when you take away the judgment, the stigma, and the insanity, sex and relationships and friendships do boil down to, I would like this, do you want it as well? Do you want to try this? Do you want this?
Yeah.
And we're so hesitant and reluctant to just be honest. But local mayor killed it. He's just like, I'd really like to suck your dick. Would you like that? Wow. And I was like, yeah. And his offer was so genuine and warm and clear. It wasn't manipulative. It was a warm, honest offer. I felt very safe, and I felt safe with him. And turns out all of that was true.
That was all true, and there was no bathtub full of ice and lack of kidney.
There was a guy.
I'm very, very happy.
I did make my way to Soho, London, which is like the neighborhood, and I dropped in on a bar, and this Londoner businessman came in and like just started hitting on me in this shitty way, and I was like, "No, man, I don't think I'm really up for anything tonight." And he like took it personally and was angry, and I just left the bar, and I was like, "Well, that was a shit experience." Like, But the truth was, if he'd have been
Yeah.
nice, like the local mayor, totally something could have happened. But he just had all
Yeah.
the wrong energy, all the wrong vibes.
Totally.
He was like sexually aggressive, and it's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, what?
Yeah. I remember my Soho experience was I was waiting to go see a show, and I had once again, Ben giving off the vibe. And I had a lady come up to me and she's like, would you like to see some of the women that I can potentially show you and hook you up with? And I was like, oh, honey, sweet pea, no. And then I'm like, you're barking up the wrong tree entirely. And then she was like, oh, I have men. Like I can
Wow.
I can help you. I'm like, no. I know. It was
Where was
like,
this?
and then this is me, like small. This is in London, and this was like, and I'm like in a small country town, Ben mode, like where I hadn't really caught a train in my life, and I was trying to figure out this thing called the tube. And I'm like, panic stations,
Well, she was offering you paid, I look like sex as well, like prostitution. That is scary.
Yeah, and like I'm there, and I ran away like a Thunderbird puppet. Like
who knows, man? She could have been a cop. That smells more dangerous to me. I would have been scared.
No,
I wouldn't have done that in London.
I know.
I wouldn't have done that in any country.
So no, 0 countries. But yeah, no. Well, I must admit, like I love your like local mayor story. My equivalent of a local mayor story was I was sitting in a what I call bagel restaurant, and I was eating my shush you. I was eating my
sorry.
Yes, I call bagel restaurant. They specialized in bagels, funnily enough. And I had my turkey bagel, which was an everything bagel, and it was amazing and delicious. It was everything that I needed in terms of meat in my mouth, and it was wonderful.
Did you fuck the bagel? Where is this going?
And no, I didn't. Bagel, Edward. I just enjoyed it at a religious level. Anyways, it was awakening. Anyways, so let me get back to the story. Gosh. Anyways, lovely man who I may have made eye contact with, and then over my bagel, yes, and coffee. Like I'm not a heathen. And I'm there, and there was eye contact, and then there was a little bit more eye contact, and I know, calm
Sweating.
down, and then, but all of a sudden, because like, okay, so listeners, as you get to know me, not only am I a massive nerd, when men make eye contact with me, and if I find them attractive, my body has this beautiful reaction where I turn bright red. If you turn the lights off, it's okay. I can direct you to an exit with just how bright my face is shining. Like that is just, it's from the entirety of my life. I've had this superpower. It is slightly shit, but it's the one I got. Anyways, I could feel my face going incredibly red. And then eventually I was reading my book, finished my bagel, which was delicious, and a glass of orange juice appeared on my table. And I'm trying to communicate with the waiter that I didn't order this orange juice, and it came from the very handsome gentleman at the other table. That's right. I had a guy buy me a drink, tucking hair behind ear, hair flick. That's right. And it was quite a lovely experience. He came over, and I didn't speak a lick of his language. He didn't speak a lick of my language, but we were able to use translation apps to some degree to have a little bit of conversation before we had to both go on our merry little way, which was a hilarious little experience.
Why is it hilarious? It sounds really nice.
In my little world, I say hilarious, but not like in funny, haha, hilarious, but like, oh my gosh, this is amazing and wonderful. And like basically, essentially what I loved about that story is that it flipped the script that was in my head. Like the script in my head for some of the time is that I'm clearly abhorrently ugly and just completely gross, and just I don't get that type of attention. It doesn't seem to occur and happen to Ben. And if it does, I don't necessarily notice it. And so that was probably like one of the first times where it flipped the script in my head, and I went, oh, maybe I'm not as absolutely abhorrent and horrible as my brain tells me I am. So yeah, no, it was quite a lovely moment for me and my brain to be like, haha, fuck you, brain.
Yeah.
You were wrong. So yeah, no, which I absolutely love. So, and then the
hang
other
on,
one,
Ben. Calm
when
down,
Ben
calm
has
down,
a
mate.
couple of
I just want to finish my point that you described
go
it
for
as
it.
a hilarious experience, but I think again you're sort of misrepresenting or minimizing. It just smells that way. That's lovely. A dude bought you an orange juice and it was kind of sexy. If only there was a bit more language.
was.
Like you never know.
No. But yeah, no. Okay, so sorry, listeners. It wasn't hilarious. It was wholesome.
Spell whole.
Mm. No, I'll let them fill in that gap. They can choose to.
Yeah, double entendre.
That's right, you little goblin.
Yeah, you like that. I made a joke. Look at me.
I did like that.
Okay, a couple more. Feel free to ask questions or pick them apart. Me and Alex on a Euro trip a couple of years later ran into a guy. I convinced Alex we should go to a sauna together just to have a wild ride. And I think because we were overseas, he felt really good about it. So we went and we chilled out in the bath and stuff.
Nice.
And then eventually we ran into a Russian powerlifting brain surgeon. Not even joking. Yep. And we ended up in a room, as you do, like sort of touching and fondling each other's bodies. Certain people who shall be unnamed, but absolutely obvious, but obviously I'm a good boyfriend and didn't say anyone's name, was a little shy and unsure. I personally don't really enjoy threesomes. The energy just feels wrong. And I think that's exactly what happened in this case. It was nice. People enjoyed a fumble, but a fumble's about all we got. But yeah, he was a Russian powerlifting brain surgeon who showed us the scar from where he'd exited a gay club and been rifle butted in the back of the head because the like military police had come to harass the patrons, and I think he got arrested but let go.
No.
And yeah, Alex and he who must not be named. He remembers vividly, and we were talking about it this week, that while we were fumbling in the room together, he's like, he apparently Vitaly, fuck, I can't believe I forgot his name. He's buried in my WhatsApp contact somewhere. I hope he's still alive. He described us as wild horses. He's like, you guys are like wild horses. For some reason, because we were like early mid-20s. He was like 40. Yeah, it's a great story. What a great story, huh? That was fun. He was big boy.
Whoa.
As in muscular. Yeah. Like, yeah. It was cool.
Damn. Sorry, my mind is just running.
Interestingly,
million
it wasn't like a I am super rigid story. I didn't find it amazingly hot, but he was a very different, interesting kind of archetype of person. And so that's what makes it great. And that we got to do it together.
But it's also like this, almost like this disconnective law or cognitive dissonance of brain surgeon, gym bro, powerlifter, kind of like they're not two things that you would be like, yes, they meld and go together.
Yeah, he said after
perfectly.
a long day of having people's lives
that.
in his hands and the stress and worry of being gay and a brain surgeon, he liked to just go lift heavy things because it took his mind off everything. I know, right?
I love that.
It all makes sense.
I love that. I love picking up a heavy thing just one time and then putting it back down. It's when I feel most massed.
Yeah. Well, how's the weightlifting going?
Yeah, good. I've now recovered from after I dislocated and broke fingers. I'm now given the all clear that I can what I call lift heavy-ish again. So, yes, and I know. Calm down. Whew.
You're gonna have to use those wrist wraps so the weight lands on your wrist, not your fingers.
Yes, well, Ben has learned his lesson, so we will make sure that is what occurs.
Any questions?
No. Oh wow,
that's a cool story.
That's so cool. That is such a cool story. Nah, like that. Just I'm just gonna need a minute because like this is just reminding me of like the books that I read. Just give me one moment.
And then his fur
I'm
bristled
good. I'm done.
And he craned his giant neck and his glowing red eyes as he purred and licked my face.
His glowing red. Oh wow! Okay,
We got werewolves,
all
aren't
right.
we?
So I mean,
Russian powerlifting brain surgeon
Oh yeah,
werewolves.
100%.
That's the title of the book.
Oh my god, that you know what? That's a. Shh, don't tell everyone. That's how I'm going to make my money after the podcast.
Okay, one more story.
I love that. I guess I'd so one more story. You go because like, I mean, have I got another one? Don't no, I really don't. I mean,
all right, just pick apart this one.
I'm not a when I travel, right? Like I do try to go to gay bars. I do remember going to a gay bar in Japan. Actually, I think I've told you this before, and I did my quote unquote research. I Googled it. I Google Maps where my nearest gay bar was, and it was like, this is a local bar. It is for the gay men. It is for the gay bears. And I'm like, oh, I'm a gay bear. I should fit in. This will be amazing. I walked in and I think I sat down, I ordered a drink, and I think about, I wouldn't have been there 10 minutes. And the barman came over and in the best and kindest way he could possibly manage was like, you shouldn't be here. This bar is not for you. This is for locals only. Your bar is around the corner. And I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you. He was very polite about it, but then I was like, I am scared now, and I will just go back to my hotel room and read a book, and I shall just scurry back now. Goodbye.
That's a shame.
So that was
what city?
I know, but I mean, look. Oh, that's a good question. It might have been. Was it Osaka? It might have been Osaka.
Okay.
Maybe? Not sure. I can't remember now.
Tiny
it was
little
such a long time ago.
type single bar type venue?
No. So it wasn't that. I went to one of those establishments in Hiroshima. That was amazing. They had a suspicious shot, and every time you ordered it, the bartender would have one as well. It was great.
Okay.
I love that. That was an amazing night.
If anyone's curious,
I do remember looking at the very steep stairs
with worry in your heart. You were worried about the steep stairs?
Oh, so much worry. Slightly intoxicated Ben was like, sober Ben struggled with that. Let's see how this goes.
If anyone's curious about that interaction, I could probably guess at what happened. There are Japanese bars. Like, Japanese bars have this cultural element where they really are niche sort of groupings. That's sort of the point.
Yes.
And if you have a language barrier or perhaps a vibe barrier, or which is similar to like a confidence barrier, if you were too shy, too nervous, and didn't have enough Japanese, like that'll be why he suggested that it wasn't the right bar for you.
Oh yeah,
not because you're white or because there's a blanket rule necessarily.
I don't think he was being malicious.
He was actually trying to help
or anything like that. I think it was 100%. It was a like, you're not going to get what you're looking for here. The place you may find what you're looking for is around the corner. And I realized that afterwards, but in the moment I was like, I've broken rules. I've done the wrong thing.
I wonder
panic.
What kind of bear bar it was though. Like muscle bears, chubby bears, very sexy, not sexy.
I feel like it was the chubby bears. I feel that's what its vibe was. It wasn't the muscle bear. Maybe you weren't fat enough.
Or maybe like just the language barrier. If there wasn't enough English speaking, it just would have been hard anyway.
Potentially. Yeah. But look, again, as I said, like I don't think there was anything malicious. It was just he was essentially looking out for me. But yeah, Ben being Ben was like, I've done the wrong thing. I'm a horrible person because I may have upset someone.
So yes, you were nervous and worried and shy as well.
Oh.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
All right, my friend. The last story, timing wise, let's just zip through it. There is this sauna in Austria called I should have checked these things. The Herren sauna. It's been around for a good amount of time. It is on the location that used to be like a military baths. And so the story roughly is like, for hundreds of years, men have come here to bathe together and be warm and moist and clean and enjoy each other's company. Now, apparently one of the generals was like famously gay, and although they didn't call it gay back then, right? So he would have his boys and he'd have his favorites, and and by boys I mean men, and he'd have his favorite men, and maybe some of them were gay or bi too, but like they wouldn't describe it that way. But yeah, he never took a wife, and it was sort of like well known that he liked to go to the baths and hang out with the dudes. That's kind of amazing. Like historical continuity, some like famous, rich, powerful sort of patron that was in the place. Anyway, ran into a dude there, regular dude, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to have sex?" And I was like, yeah, why not? You know, let's go for it." And I wasn't that into it. I was a bit nervous and shy. And he's like, "What do you want? What do you like?" And I was like, "Oh, damn, Ed, this is my chance." Because I'd never really explored the sexy feelings that I have about like being called daddy, or the whole like sort of bigger, smaller, stronger, weaker, dominant, submission sort of play before. And I was feeling very sort of insecure and shy about it. And I said to him like, "Oh, this would you call me daddy?" Which is not a very good way of doing it, but I was very insecure about it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, daddy. Fuck yeah." And I was like, "Oh no, he's gone too hard, too fast. God. Like I can't handle." I tried. It didn't go too well. But yeah, that was like the first human being.
But you know what, Ed? You tried. You communicated something you wanted to try, and that is admirable.
Yeah. He did his best, and I did my best. It was enough. Namaste.
It was
nice. It was the first time I'd like said that I wanted that in like an erotic context, which is cool because that opened the door to further self-exploration and like trying to do that kind of fun, sexy role play type stuff as well. And fun memories. I just remember being like, wow, he's on level 1000 of sexual comfort and I'm on like level 6. Nothing like a sexually liberated, unshamed European gay to be like, "Yeah, you can stick your foot in my ass, no problem."
Yeah. It's a whole new level. It's a whole new level. Okay then, but like it's a whole different. Like I do remember traveling Europe and that feeling of displacement where I'm like, they're out there, they're like, even like when you'd go to a gym or something like that, and they're just like, "I'm naked in the change room and I'm just going to walk around like with nothing on," and I'm like, I'm going to hide in a cubicle somewhere because that's just how Ben is.
Are you over that yet?
Like, you know, but like they were just like, "Nah."
Are you over that yet?
Ben, you know very well.
How are you going to get winked at if no one can see you?
No. Really easily by having my eyes closed the entire time, Edward. That's how it's going to work.
Does the gremlin inside of you, would he prefer that you did feel comfortable so that you had a chance of getting winked at or winking at somebody in your deepest, darkest, sexiest gremlin heart of hearts? Really?
No. Oh,
because
God,
it's too scary or because
no.
it's not sexy?
Terrifying.
So go beyond the fear. Is it arousing?
I'm sure.
Is it scary because it's arousing and interesting?
No, I wouldn't say it's scary because of it. It's just...
then what are you afraid of? Then?
So unknown and so different. Oh, just everything, Edward. Everything. You know this. I'm a terrified hobbit. I'm not a goblin. I'm a... No, you do.
You have a body.
Baby steps, Edward. Baby steps.
You need to do your body stuff.
Level 6, I'm at like level 0.5.
0.6
so
at least.
Calm down. I've made it. Okay, there we go. I've gone from 0.5 to 0.6. That's still growth. Thank you.
It's not a comparison, Ben.
Still growth.
Yeah. Firstly, like, do it for your body self-esteem. Just be like, I have a body. People are allowed to see it. I'm allowed to be seen. This is my body. Then, when and as you feel comfortable enough, be like, this is my penis, this is my balls, people can see them, maybe they'll wink at me. If I just like towel that little bit slower than everybody else, maybe someone will notice. You know, I met Alex in a change rooms. It was polite, we didn't hook up, but that's where we met and started chatting.
I'm a in out as quick as I possibly can kind of when in those situations.
That's polite.
You know what? all the power to the people. But like, yeah, I must admit that European confidence. I don't know how or what it is that they do to instill that.
I think just less body shaming.
I love
Victorian
that they have
era British bullshit.
Yeah. It's very interesting because you're just like, oh, cool. And it's like, and it's not all, 6 foot tall, bronzed abs Adonises that are walking around. It's every shape, size, and body. And they're just all like, yep, to them, it's just a body. It is just a vessel that carries their brain around this world, having experiences, stumbling into things, doing stuff. And I just, there's a part of me that is like incredibly jealous of that. And, yes, obviously we've discussed that this is something that Ben needs to work on. And we are working on it slowly.
You don't have to.
Only if I want to. But yeah, like I did notice that, like, that is a whole, unknown, strange new thing where you're just like, wow, that's just amazing that you can, like,
my little
vary and my little hobbit brain is like, that's cool.
Yeah. Just by saying that you're 100%. Jealous, I think that probably the truth is that you want it. You're just so terrified at the moment that you can't even let yourself like think about it or contemplate it. But I imagine that you could achieve that, and I think you might enjoy it. So like, just feeling comfortable in your skin and the gay man that you are. Like, so what if they find out?
Level
Surprise,
0.8.
Gay men are interested in men.
What?
I know.
Yeah. No, really. That's a whole topic. There we go. We
should have some kind of like coming out hardcore mode where it's like, I really like penises. It's like, okay, yeah, thank you for telling me. No, I really like like the velvety smooth, like the pink happy head. Like I want to peel that skin back and just rub it on my lips and smell it a bit and just maybe plant it on my face for a second, like, and half lidded close my eyes and be like, oh, penis. You got to tell that to somebody. Then you've really come.
Yeah, that's it. Like until that,
you're just
point,
fucking around.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love it. Oh god. Oh, I love it. I don't know how we got onto that.
Anytime. Penises are healing in the right context with informed consent. The fear is a sign that you should do something about it. In my opinion, that is all. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right. Should we transition on to hot extras?
Love that. Yes, I do have some wonderful hot extras to share with our dear listeners.
Hot.
Extras. And on the topic of, showers and changing, well, we all know that there is that wonderful shower scene in Heated Rivalry Season 1. Well, they have just announced and confirmed the new leads for Season 2 with Justice Smith and Charlie Gillespie, who will be playing Harris Drover and Troy Barrett. So I can't wait. It's looking at the book, the 5th book in the series called Role Model. I'm not going to lie. I have a friend who was going to disown me because I still had not signed up to HBO and watched it. So they have sat me down and we are watching it each week until I have caught up so that I can start Season 2 when it finally drops. So I am on my Shane and Ilya moment at the moment, and I'm working my way through. I know. Oh, look, I'm Team Shane at the moment. I'm like, oh, Shane. But I'm also like, Ilya. So I'm #loving that. So that's our little bit of a Heated Rivalry hot extra. But I have something because I feel like the world can be a little bit dark and a little bit sad and a little bit scary sometimes. And so to brighten it up with something a little bit bright and frivolous, kind of like me, once again, hair flick, hair tucked behind ear, because, you can't see me do that. I might as well describe it. I have a penchant for spirit animals. My spirit animal, I truly feel, is a pygmy hippo. They are tenacious and hilarious, and they have these little Shrek ears that I just freaking love. And there's one called Mars over, I do believe it's in Africa, and they have this great little song that they sing about Mars when he has to leave his little swimming pool and he just refuses to and causes havoc, and I just love it. Well, Ed, just so much, and I love it. Like,
dude,
so cute. Anyways, so much tood, and I love it. But Ed, next time you go to Germany, Berlin Zoo, they have a new pygmy hippo called Brotchen, which translates to bread roll. And if there's one thing I love more than a bagel, it's a fucking bread roll. So they are a little. It's true. I love carbs. I can't deny it. Carbs are my
Look
friend.
out, anyone that Ben spies
so they
over
are
his
little-
carbs. You're in trouble.
Oh my god, that's actually true.
Yeah, you just start.
It happened over a
Yeah.
bagel. I just need to frequent more bakeries.
You
Ed.
call them bagel stores.
My dietitian.
I believe.
Yeah, shush. It's what I call a bagel cafe. But yeah, shush. Bagel restaurant.
Yep.
Leave me alone.
Okay.
Okay, let me have this.
Back to Brotchen.
But anyways, there is a new back to Brotchen, meaning bread roll, brand new little viral pygmy hippo celebrity. If you need some happiness in your life, if you are having a bad day and need to brighten your world, Google them, look at the picture, save it as a screensaver, save it as a desktop. You will not be sad. They are so cute and calorie free. So win-win. It's like 0 carbs.
Because you can't eat her.
It's wonderful. Yeah, it's frowned upon in many cultures.
But also you can't because she's digital because
but-
you're not in Berlin.
Okay. Can we stop just taking our pin of reality to my bubble of happiness? That would be wonderful.
Okay, well, I
That
think
would be
I'm
great.
taking the
Let me have
pin
my
of
Brotchen.
technical accuracy to your bubble of analogies. Okay, sorry, I apologize.
That's what I said. Your pin of reality
Okay,
to my bubble of
okay.
happiness.
Apologies.
So yeah. Anyways, that's my little bright and frivolous hot stuff for the week.
Fabulous.
My wonderful
When does
listeners.
Fully Gay? No. So hot season. Open your eyes, Ed. Look at the page. Heated Rivalry. When does Heated Rivalry season 2 drop?
Heated rivalry. I'm not entirely sure if they've released the date, but
The
they
slots.
just released the
main slots.
main
Yeah.
character
Yeah, yeah.
energy.
Who's the Black Wolf and
the
who's
ones
the
that we
White
shall
Wolf?
be
You know,
lusting over.
because clearly
I
with
actually
Shane
don't.
Amelia, it's obvious.
I remember seeing.
You know,
Oh, I'm not sure. Or I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, there is so the story for the fifth one is like, there's the publicity person trying to clean up and get the public image of this bad boy hockey player, up to scratch and up to standard. So I feel like we're going to be in for some leading astray, as I haven't got up to the fifth book yet. So I'm waiting for it to become available on my Listen Library app. But if I'm like 84th in line, so if I have to wait much longer, I'm just going to have to download the book and read it.
or pay for it.
So legally from Amazon. Yeah, I'll pay for it. Like, we're going to pay for it. Like,
we don't
Ed,
admit
you
to
know me.
crimes on
I'm
this
such
show.
goody two shoes. I'm not pirating.
I would never.
Ed, I can barely make eye contact with a person without turning bright red. There is no way on God's green earth I'm going to knowingly commit a crime and admit it on radio.
Fair enough. You're such a good boy.
Do you
Good boy,
even
Ben.
know me?
I wasn't suggesting anything
Thank you, Edgar.
different, and I never would. Ever,
No.
ever. Yep,
No, you never would.
that's right. Anything else, Ben? Is that it? Are we done?
Nope. That is
All right, ladies and
for
gentlemen,
me.
that's your buttload for the week. Thank you very much for listening. As always, feel free to enjoy another episode immediately if that is what floats your boat. You can always join us at school.com/gay, which is the fully gay online community, skool.com/gay. It's a great way to get access to my lessons of my life coaching, Witness, Accept, Align, to go from dissatisfied, frustrated, or feeling lost to confident, connective, and clear, personally clear about yourself and what you want and who you are and what you want to do with your life. There's an illustrated storybook, there's some videos, there's ways to chat back and forth with everyone else in the community. You get the opportunity to share your favorite cool gay shit and your travel stories. It is not just a community for hanging out with the gays, there are better places for that. And also, like, real life is probably better than a digital space for that. But yeah, if you want to investigate some personal development, make some personal changes, as well as get a beautiful digital community and the opportunity to do all that fun stuff with us and me and Ben and all the gang, come on down. Skool.com, skool.com/gay. It's called Fully Gay. It's fully awesome. It's fully fucking sick. You should definitely come. You coming not guaranteed. Actually, yeah, there's pretty much like a no being sketchy official, unofficial rule. So yeah, there's no sex. There's
yes.
No, we talk about sex, no problem, but we don't have sex with each other there or at all. Yeah, cool. Thank you for listening. Here endeth the ramble. Have a lovely day. Got a snort out of Ben, so that works. That's a win. Bye, everybody.
See you later, everyone.